So we are going to start with the home page. This is what the home page looks like. You can see this video banner here. So we want to create a section. This is where you create a section in Elementor and you add this. And we want to give it a background. We click on the edit column and come here, and you see there are several things we can do here. We can do a classic background, which is any of these, and then we can also do a slideshow or anything of that sort. But what we want to do here is a video background. None of this is going to do. The next thing we do is to click here. Actually, we're not clicking here. We want to give the whole section a background. So when we click here, this section opens and it shows us here video. So we want to come here, and then there are several things we can do. We can upload a YouTube video, or we can put in our own video here. We can put in our own video, and then in that case we are going to have the link to the video. Now here is where you can come to get free videos. You can come to pexels.com, and then you can see that from here you can download free stock photos and videos. We want to use a video of, let's say, we can search here fight, and then it's going to give us a number of options, which for example we saw what Elementor had. I think this is probably going to be a good one, because it's a fight like what we saw on the Elementor website. Let's try to play it and see what it shows. This is a very good one. This is a very good one, and so we can download it, the original. Let's download this full HD. Actually, we can use this one so that it will not be too heavy. Click on free download. You can see it's starting to download. It's 6.7 megabytes. I'll go ahead and pause the video while it downloads. So our video is downloaded. So in order to upload it, we can come here to media, and it's going to give us a section to add new, and you can add new here, and then we select the video. This is it, and then we upload it. I'm still going to go ahead and pause the video while this file uploads. Okay, now our video file is uploaded. What we can do is that we can click on this to get the link. When we click on it under media, we get the link here. Copy URL to clipboard. So that is copied there, and then we can come here. We can paste the link here. This is the link to the video. We paste it here, and then you can see that it's showing in the background, but it's not very visible because this section is very tiny. You see what Apple has here. So we are going to come to that. We want to put in these sections, and then we are going to make it visible. First of all, we see they have a hashtag May the 4th be with you. I think that was Thanksgiving. In our case, let's first of all come and update this, and then we come here, and then we drag in this widget of title. Now let's use a text editor, and we can see use the heading. We'll make it smaller, and the title is hashtag May the 4th be with you. We want to change that to hashtag let's say may let's use may the Lord be with you. Okay, we want to put that in there, and then we want to align it to the center. We also want to change the color to white, and then we want to change the typography to Poppins. Let's use Poppins. And then we want to change the size to let's make it 16. No, 16 is too small. Let's make it 18, and then let's see how bold it is here. I think it's just fine. actually want, yes, let's keep it to 18. Then we also have another title under here, here the force. And then what we can do is to drag this header and put under here, and we change it to here the force, and then we align it to the center. And then we also change it to white, and then we come to typography. Here's where we change the font. We want to use the same font Poppins. We are going to be using it all through, and then we want to make this 30. I think 30 is too small. We can make it 40. Let's see what Apple has here. Oh, it's way bigger. Let's make it 60 and see how it is. Let's make it 60. It's still way bigger. Let's make it 80. We don't know if we've made it too big. I think it's just fine. 80 is just fine. And then after that, we have this text. Learn how we can copy that from Apple's website. Anyway, this is just a production website, so there's no need to be afraid of Apple. You know, they can be very protective. We drag this text editor now, and we come here. It gives us this text. We want to remove it. We paste the text inside. Then we come here, we change it to white. We change the color to white. We align it center, and then let's look at this. We're going to align it center, but first of all, we discover that it is really centered. It takes almost the dimension of this here, the force. So what we can do about that is, first of all, we can come here, and then the line height, we see the spacing between the text is really much, is a lot more than on the Apple website. We reduce that, so we come and we start increasing the line height. I think that's okay. And then we change the font to Poppins as we have there, and then we change it to 500. Let me see what Apple has. I think Apple should be like 600. Then the font size should be like 18. Let's put 18 here. Okay, I think that's fine. And we can go ahead and save our work. I think that line height should be a bit more than that. Let's make the line height to be 20. So we go ahead and save, but it's too stretched out to the edges of the page. We want it to be centered around the dimensions of the upper header here, the force. So what do? We come under advanced, and then we try to increase the margins. So what we'll do is we increase the margin left and the margin right. The margins are, how far the distance between the text to the edge of the box. So what we can do is, I think we should use padding instead. We increase the padding to the left. We make it we keep increasing it until we see it go really much to the right, and then we'll increase it to the left too. So let's make the padding left to be 300, and then we make the padding right to also be 300. So you see it has aligned it. It's now 4 lines like we have here on Apple's website. And that is that. And then you see there are these 2 buttons here. What we can do is that we can add 2 buttons. For that, we will need to add an inner section under this. We will need to add an inner section, and what we can do is that we drop that down here, and then for each of them we add the button. There are 2. It gives us 2 inner sections now. For each of these we add a button, and then we also come and add the button in here. So you see we have 2 buttons now. One is watch film, the other one is explore mark. So what we want to do is that we want to make these 2 buttons to be close to each other. So here what we come and do is that when we click on this, it gives us, we can align it to the right so that it becomes actually we click this and we align it to the right, so you see it has come closer to the other ones. Both are now in the middle, like we see here. The first one says watch the film. Watch the film. So I'll click the text watch the film, and the other one says explore Mac. Let me put that there. Explore Mac. So we see the two buttons. They have rounded corners. That's called the border radius. So what we do is that, first of all, the type, I think that is fine, and then the size, let's make it large because they're actually large here. Or let's try medium. Medium, not bad. And then what we can do under the styling, we can come, and then the text is black while the background is white. So we can change the color of the background to white, and then the typography, that's the text color, we change it to black, not too black, but yeah, I think something like that. And then the border radius, we want to make the borders to be rounded, so we can increase the border radius. 25 is usually optimal. Yes, we see here it's similar to what we have there. And then the padding, we can increase the padding. That's the distance between the text and the borders of the section. First of all, let's increase the size of the text. Let's increase the typography of the text. We make it first of all to be Poppins, and then we want it to be 18. I think I want to believe that 18 is optimal. Now let's make it 17, and then we make it bold 600, and then we see what we have here. Watch the film. Okay, we have watched the film inside there, and we will come and we increase the border radius to 26. Let's just make it 30, and then you can see it really aligns with what Apple has here. Watch the film. What we can do is that we can come here and we just copy the style and we paste it here. Paste style, and it gives it the same styling, with the difference that it has aligned it to the right like this other one. So what we can do is simply come here and we align it to the left. So we have that is that there. It looks very similar to what we have here. So that is that. So we also want to give it a background overlay. Let it be darker. You can see the video there is darker. I don't think the film is that dark, but there is a background overlay, which is like a color over the background. So we're going to come, when we click here, we click on this section, it will bring us here layout. We come to style, and then we come to background, and then we scroll down to background overlay, and then you see background type is, you click on classic, and then it takes you here, color, you choose color. You want the background to be dark, you want the background to be really dark. You can see there is a dark overlay over the background right now. And then we see down here there is this text. We'll just use whatever it copies. We'll copy that, we'll bring it to the bottom. But first of all, let us increase this section. Let us increase this section to be as wide as Apple has it here. So we are going to do that by Let's click here, and then we come to advanced, and then the margins, no, not the margin, the padding. We are going to increase the top padding. We'll make it 100. We'll make it 100. You see, it increases, it widens the section. We'll make it 100, and then we'll make the bottom padding to be 100. So you can see there, but I think Apple's is wider than that. Let's make it 150, and then we also make this one 150. You can see this section wide, and then we have some text here at the bottom. So some text here at the bottom. We are going to continue with that in the next video.